أعزائي المشاهدين، أهلا بيكم ولقاء أسبوعي يتجدد وجناب السفير. النهاردة حوارنا وكلامنا هيكون عن دولة من دول أمريكا اللاتينية، هي دولة بوليفيا. دولة بوليفيا هنتكلم عن ثقافتها، عن شعبها، عن الأطباق الرئيسية فيها، عن علاقتها بينها وبين مصر. معانا النهاردة رئيس البعثة السيد روبن فيدور. Nice to meet you, sir, and welcome in our program.
Thank you very much. For me, it's a pleasure to be here and for allowing me to be able to talk with some important aspect about my country, plurinational state of Bolivia, and its bilateral relationship with the noble Egyptian people.
Welcome, sir, and nice again to have you in our program. We met many ambassadors from Latin America, and we are very pleased to hear about Latin America more and more, because there is a relation between Egypt and Latin America.
Yes. I think it's very important, the relationship between American Latin and Egypt, mainly with Bolivia, because we are working in some issues about to boost the bilateral relations.
If we start to talk about Bolivia as a country, what we are going to say?
Bolivia is situated in the heart of South America. We have 5 neighbors, Peru, Brazil, Chile, Argentina, and Paraguay. And we are only 11 million of people. But we have some similarity with Egypt, because the territory is the same in kilometers squares, Bolivia and Egypt, and but we have less population than Egypt.
Of course, it's a big difference population.
Big difference, yes, right.
11 million, you told me.
11 million.
It's a big difference.
Yes, right.
الحقيقة أنا لما سألت سعادة السفير عن بوليفيا ونتعرف عليها أكتر، فقال إحنا لينا 5 دول جيراننا من أمريكا اللاتينية، منها باراغواي، منها الأرجنتين، منها تشيلي، منها بيرو، وقالوا ان احنا بنتشابه مع مصر. انا قلت لهم يعني حتى في الثقافه، حتى في العادات والتقاليد، في تشابه بين امريكا اللاتينيه وبين مصر. فقال احنا بنتشابه رغم ان احنا عدد سكاننا 11 مليون، بوليفيا 11 مليون، طبعا فرق كبير بينها وبين عدد سكان مصر، لكن في تشابه في الثقافه وفي العادات والتقاليد. If we are going to talk about the habits and traditions and the style of living in Bolivia, what we are going to say in this field?
The traditions in Bolivia are very, very, very important, because we have some special dates to celebrate any traditions. For example, I can mention the carnival, the carnival of Oruro. The carnival is a folklorical party.
Performance.
Yes, performance. And it was nominated by UNESCO with a great feast in South America and in the world. That's the way that the Carnival Oruro is the main important and traditional feast in Bolivia, and especially in the some places around Bolivia, mainly the south of Peru and north of Chile, because they they danced our dances. And it's very important
You have
because
special dances?
Yes, we have special dances like the mainly dances the carnival is called Diablada. Diablada means like the bill. The bill is dancing, and because as you know, Bolivia is a principal producer of minerals. And the devil is inside in the mine, and that's the way that we have some traditional dance of the devil called Diablada, mainly in Oruro. And it's a very good performance, and of course the costume and the colors are very famous. And we have another dances like Morenada. It's means about the black people who works to Africa, to Potosí, to works in the mining. And
what do they wear?
In the mining are workers.
You talk about the costume. Yes. What do they wear?
The Morenada wear like a cap in back, and some with a mask, a colored mask. Every colors.
So mixture of colors.
Yes, a mixture of colors.
Bright colors.
Bright colors, and the vile forms of the mask and all of the costumes. There are many variety of costumes, and that's the way that UNESCO called the Carnival Oruro the most important carnival in the world.
What is the importance of celebrations to Bolivian people?
Because the carnival we celebrate, we have a devotion of the Virgin Maria, and we dance for to Virgin Maria. We are a Catholic people, a Catholic religion, and we dance with the Virgin Maria, and that's the principal way to dance to Virgin Maria, and this mix of dance and pray and the church.
It's a religion festival?
It's a religion festival. The first day, because Carnival we celebrate 3 days.
First day for religion.
For religion.
And the second day?
The second day is for enjoy the people.
It's a nice festival.
And to show all.
For 3 days.
Yes, for 3 days.
حقيقة سعادة السفير بيتكلم عن الاحتفالات عندهم، وانه قد ايه مهم عندهم الاحتفالات، وعندهم احتفال بيستمر وكرنفال 3 ايام. بيبقى اول يوم احتفال ديني في نوع من العبادة والصلوات مع الاحتفال، وتاني وتالت يوم بيبقى نوع من الاحتفال الخاص بالشعب اللي بيستمتعوا فيه بالرقصات وبالحياة، وبيبقوا في لبس كده ملون وماسك بيرتدوه. يعني معروف طبعا زي ما انا قلت له ان امريكا اللاتينية عندهم احتفالات كثيرة جدا، وعندهم اعياد، وبيحبوا ان هم يرقصوا ويحتفلوا. We are going to talk about you and your diplomatic career. You studied economics, yeah?
Yes.
And you started your diplomatic career after you finished your degree.
Yes.
So we will talk about this start in your diplomatic career.
Yes, I have studied economics in the prestigious university in La Paz. And then I had a diploma in international relations in the diplomatic academic in La Paz. I started in 1989 as a worker in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then I promoted to work in Lima, in Peru. Then I returned La Paz, and I was a director of Department of Europe. Then I went to London, no, to Moscow first. I returned, and I was a director of international organizations. Then I went to London. come back to La Paz. I was again a director of Europe, Canada, and United States, and then my last post is Egypt. I have an experience for about 28 years as a diplomat of career, and my experience working in all of those countries are very, very useful for my career as a diplomat.
Talk about your start in Peru. It's a neighbor country.
Yes.
And it's the same tradition as Bolivia.
Yes.
So I think it was very easy to stay there and to
Yes.
with people and to live.
Yes, it was. It was easy to live in Peru, in Lima mainly. But I had a very hard work because we have Bolivian citizens who are living in Peru, and the consular section that I was work for a big period. I have to attend all of the problems of the Bolivian citizens. Then my experience in Peru was very, very important because I was beginning in my diplomat career, and then I learned about all of the protocols and the diplomatic situations.
It's your start.
Yes, yes, and I was for about 3 years and a half in Peru. The experience it was good because I felt not the difference between the culture of Peru and the culture of Bolivia. We are similar in many fields.
الحقيقه سعاده السفير درس الاقتصاد وبكلمه عن بدايته. فأول بدايته في العمل الدبلوماسي كان اول دوله سافر وعمل فيها كانت دوله بيرو اللي هي تعتبر جاره بوليفيا، وفعلا ما كانش عنده اي مشكله في العادات والتقاليد زي ما قلت له، لانه طبعا هي نفس العادات والتقاليد امريكا اللاتينيه، نفس السلوك بتاع المواطنين. لكن هو بيقول انه كان عنده شيء تاني مهم حب ان هو يثبته، ان ده اول مكان بيعمل فيه، فكان لازم يثبت نفسه وكان لازم يحقق نجاح في هذا المكان. We return back to your diplomatic career and we talk about Moscow.
Yes.
And your post there.
Yes, yes. Moscow was very important in my career.
Of course.
Because I work as a consul and I was a head of mission as well. And the bilateral relations were very, very important in that moment. I was in Moscow the years 2001 to 2005. This experience was very important because I knew a very different culture.
Yeah, of course.
Very, very different culture, and of course the weather.
Yeah,
the weather.
It's very cold.
Yes, and these aspects were very important because I grow as a professional, as a person, and I knew very, very good friends, Russian friends, and the diplomatic community in Moscow. We were very close because we need some tips how to live in Moscow, and of course the Russian people and some another colleagues of another diplomatic missions gave me the tips how to live in winter and how to live in a summer, because in Moscow you have summer 3 weeks over the 40 degrees.
Very hot and very low weather.
And
So it's a very big difference to live in this opposites.
Yes, yes, and I enjoy the culture, the music, the dances. The Russian dances are very, very, very nice to feel, and of course the food. The food and
potatoes and the
yes, and yes, and you can see how the people can live in
this cold weather.
Yes, in this culture and in Moscow, because
in this cold weather they need to eat like potatoes and something like
yes,
meat and rice.
Yes, and you have to drink some vodka because it's very important for your health and for to be warm, to be warm. And of course the experience in Moscow was very, very interesting because I knew about how move the international politics. Very, very, very interesting.
It's outside Latin America, so it's another step to study about politics outside Latin America.
Yes, outside Latin America, and how Russia works.
Yeah.
Its international relation with some countries, especially the South countries and Europe, the Oriental countries, European countries, and the Middle countries, the Middle East countries as well. And for me, it was like a university, but in situ. It was very, very experience in this matter.
It's another side of the world.
Yes, right.
الحقيقة سعادة السفير بيتكلم عن الفترة اللي قضاها في موسكو، وإنه طبعا كانت فترة مختلفة تماما، لأنه طبعا الجو تحت الصفر بمراحل، برد جامد جدا، وبيجي فترة بتبقى حر جامد جدا فوق ال40. فازاي يتعامل مع هذا الجو؟ ازاي يتعامل مع ثقافة مختلفة، مع فنون، مع سياسة مختلفة خارج إطار أمريكا اللاتينية؟ فطبعا كانت تجربة هامة جدا بالنسبة له. We will talk also about Europe and about your post in London.
Yeah, my post in London, it was very, very interesting as well, because we have a close relationship, Bolivian and United Kingdom. United Kingdom help economic with economic cooperation with Bolivia, and of course we tried in the embassy to boost this relationship and try to have a more economical and political
to improve this relation.
Yes, improve the relation. Of course, London is a very important city in Europe, and I think that my experience in Moscow and Lima are very interesting, and London as well. But I think London is more, how can I say, a very different city, and you can get more facilities, how to live and how to get friends, or how to be the relation between the embassy and the authorities with the Home Office in London. It's very, very, very interesting, my post in London, and of course I grew a lot as a diplomatic person.
Then you came to Egypt.
Then I came Egypt. Egypt.
How long have you been here in Egypt?
2 years and a half, more or less. And for me it's a very good experience, because I am a head of mission, and of course I have to work a lot in the to deep the relationships between Bolivia and Egypt. And of course, first, to know the culture, to know the religion, and I think that to know the people is very important if I want to have a very good relation with the country. I am very, very happy to be here. In 2 years and a half, I knew so many places, cultural places, religious places, and for me and my family, it's really a very good experience.
Visita la tierra donde nació la libertad. La ciudad de los 4 nombres te espera con su inigualable arquitectura. Donde las criaturas más grandes de la tierra dejaron su profunda huella. Chuquisaca, donde lo fantástico es real.
We'll talk more about your stay here in Egypt in the second episode. Thank you, sir, and welcome again.
Thank you very much to you.
الحقيقة سعادة السفير كلمنا عن وجوده في لندن لفترة، وانه دي برضو كانت فترة جيدة بالنسبة له وثقافة جديدة، وانه العلاقات بين بوليفيا ولندن سواء اذا كانت علاقات اقتصادية او سياسية علاقات قوية، فكانت نقطة مهمة جدا في حياته. بعد كده جه لمصر، فبيقول ان دي كانت فتره جميله جدا، وكان عليه دور ان هو يعمق العلاقات اكتر بين بوليفيا وبين مصر وبين الشعب البوليفي والشعب المصري، وانه قضى فتره كويسه جدا. هو بقى له 2 سنين وزار اماكن كتير سياحيه ودينيه. قلت له ان شاء الله هنكمل كلامنا اكتر عن تواجد حضرتك في مصر في الحلقه الجايه في الجزء الثاني. بنشكر النهارده ضيفنا رئيس بعثه بوليفيا بالقاهره مستر روبن فيداور، وبنشكركم اعزائي المشاهدين. استنونا ان شاء الله في الحلقه اللي جايه وهنكمل كلامنا عن بوليفيا.